Yeah, this is what we're doing. We're scraping jobs. We will basically help you. I don't want to be a sales pitch either. We'll help you structure all of that noise. So we basically give you an entire dump of all of the job descriptions in one file that match your ICP. So you can figure out how many times is Fortune 100 mentioned, what types of keywords. So you can start to understand how these companies talk about your problem. Like we were working with the company that said, we do contact scoring. And in our 800,000 jobs, not one company talked about contact scoring. People talked about lead scoring a lot, right? So you can imagine if you go to someone and say, we do contact scoring, they're like, what the hell is that? So you want to talk about lead scoring. And when they talk about lead scoring, there's a lot of really rich information around lead scoring. They talk about building a model. They might talk about the tools they're using. So if they say, use Marketo to build lead scoring, suddenly now you understand, oh, I can actually message against Marketo. I saw that you're making a lead scoring model and that using Marketo. Did you know Marketo's lead scoring model was built in 1352? It's older than Columbus, and it doesn't do A, B, C, or D. So suddenly you actually can message against that because you have some intelligence about what they're. I shouldn't actually. I don't really know anything about Marketo's lead scoring. It's like I shouldn't like cast aspersions on a very fine product. Like but I'm just saying that might be a thing that you would do.
So okay, so got it. Now that's interesting. Now if you don't want to tack on technology to it, it still applies. You're just going to have to do this manually. You're going to have to go through all of these different job descriptions, or my guess is in addition to job descriptions, you could probably leverage some other pieces, because I was originally thinking, Jordan, this was going to be like trigger events, but this is more rich than trigger events. This is market intelligence to get that person to go, yes, that's right, and show that you understand, because that's the biggest differentiator. It's not that personalization, it's that you understand them. That's how you build trust, is my sense.
Yeah. Well, the personalization is a siren song, right? Like, because people talk about like increasing personalization, and I don't know what that means. Like does that mean you should send an email like 100% about all the clothes that I wore in the last month on my YouTube videos? Like, very personal, but like it has nothing to do with what I do. Like, and so like, can you get a reply that way? Yeah. Like, how does it scale? Like, well, maybe with AI, there's tools like Line.ai and SmartWriter that will like add a sentence there. I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me, because, and whenever I see that now, because I know these tactics, I'm like, what did you like about it? Hey, Jordan, I liked your YouTube video on blah, blah, blah. What did you like about it? Now they got to go. And then I'm going to ask them, the first thing I'm going to ask them is like, did you do that? Like, and whereas like I lean into the fact that it's a computer, like in my copy, it's like, hey, like we looked at 150,000 jobs and your company was like the best of those things, like for this reason. So, but yeah, it's not just job descriptions just are one place that you can look. There's 1,000 other ways that you can operationalize amazing data. Like one of the plays that we were looking into, it was a little bit too expensive to do, but look at all of your existing happy customers, then go find everyone with your ideal title and figure out if any of them used to work at one of your case studies. So what that looks like is, hey, Bryan, I know that previously, you worked at HubSpot. We work with blah, blah, blah over there, super small world. I know that you're now here, but did you happen to interact with blah and blah who used our software and they said these great things? So you can do that kind of stuff at scale. And there's like 1,000 of those types of plays that you can do with data. That's not just jobs intelligence. Like I'm just one piece of this, of a small puzzle.